And as always, we are back with another stream, and as you can see, Crysis Remastered Trilogy is coming out on the 15th of October. Good afternoon, everybody. I hope you are having a great day. I apologize in advance for my voice. My name is Rick Taylor. I'm the community manager for Crysis Remastered. With me today is Steffen, the Crysis Remastered project lead. Steffen, how are you today?
I'm fine. My voice is here.
Your voice is
so
here.
Maybe I will talk more today than you, but
that's the hope. I'm going to sit here and look at the pretty graphics and everything like that and try to help answer some questions in chat. But just to explain why I sound like this, last week we attended EGX 2021, where we got to actually show off Crysis Remastered and Hunt, and honestly the reception was absolutely amazing. We had 4 Xbox setups for Crysis out in the open so that anyone could just come up, sit down, play, continue from where we left off, and yeah, just continued it on for 4 days. So and like I said, it was really awesome. Such a great time. We got to meet a lot of people, a lot of old school fans, a lot of fans who are new just because of getting this opportunity to play at EGX. So it's been really great. It was a really great experience for all of us, and I think it's been a really great experience for a lot of people actually getting a chance to get hands-on and to see how beautiful it looks as well on the Xbox.
Absolutely.
So yeah, and so today we are going to be playing the PC version.
Finally, I mean, we have seen a lot of comments over the last 2 weeks, 3 weeks, because we have shown a lot of stuff for the Switch, for PlayStation,
Yes.
for Xbox.
Yes.
But
and everyone wants to get their hands on PC.
But what is the PC? Yeah, now
PC,
finally
so
we will show Crysis 2 Remastered today on PC.
Yes.
And some of the fancy stuff we have put into the game.
Yes,
right.
That is the plan anyway. And I mean, just like with all the other streams, we're going to try and show you just a couple of things and like the new additions and everything like that. So we'll bring this up as well. We had this, I believe, in our last stream for the PlayStation version.
Yeah.
So we just quickly go through it as to let you guys know what is exactly going to be coming with Crysis Remastered 2. Only 2 days left, by the way.
Yeah.
It's going to be out on Friday this week, which we are all really excited about. So yeah.
Just want to say something because I have seen some people saying these are the features of the game. No, these are the features we have added to the game. Yeah.
Yes.
So all the other stuff which was back in the day. So this additional stuff is shown only here. Only additional stuff. And only the big ones. There are also many small ones which are not listed here in that overview.
Right.
Right. So yeah, but it's a lot already.
Yeah,
and
as you can see, there is a hell of a lot. I mean, if you compare back again, we're going to a game that was about 11 years old, possibly even 10 to 11 years old, and like to be able to actually bring these updated everything really to it has just been absolutely amazing. So
absolutely.
So we look at the top of the list there. We have HDR coming in the day 01 patch.
Yeah. So yeah.
You continue.
Yes, I continue. So we already. I mean, this was basically for the 0 patch was related to the consoles.
Yes.
Also, right. We already pushed that patch live. So on 15th, if you haven't a chance to download the game or to getting the retail version of it and you're starting the game, you're already getting then the 0 patch, which is now published. So it's part of it, and download it will be getting 4K support for Xbox Series X, PlayStation 5. There will be a lot of art improvements, performance improvement for the 0 patch. So basically in the 0 patch are all the work from the last 3 months, but that's for consoles. Today we focus on PC.
Awesome.
Yeah. So yeah, main focus on PC. What can you expect besides of the console version? So what is important for you? We went all in terms of textures, resolution. We didn't hold back, right? We have software ray tracing. We have hardware ray tracing. That means if you have something RTX cards, we can get access to the ray tracing cores of the card. You're getting additional performance.
Wow, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
So you won't be able to, there's a button to switch it. No. So the game will automatically detect your graphic card.
Okay.
Yeah. And then you get already performance boost.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Okay.
So
that's pretty helpful.
Correct.
That's pretty helpful.
And of course, one big feature is also DSS. Especially then when you're playing in the 4K regions and you want to go maximum graphics, best quality possible, then DSS is there to help you with the frame rate.
Awesome. That's really great to hear. So, I mean, and as we keep saying over and over again through each stream, we've done a lot to make this look as beautiful as it did back then, just with the technology we have available to us now,
Correct.
So is there anything else on this list you want to kind of particularly point out for people?
Yeah, so I just want to really make sure that what you can see in the list here, we tackled everything in the game. From the first level to the last level, we went to each area. each also from technical point of view, and also from art improvements, we have added a lot. So we went also with our also internal team from Crytek and Saber team together. Did it as realistic as possible. We know that was one of the concerns from Crysis 1 Remastered.
Yeah.
People didn't like that that style from the lighting. Some of course liked it, some not. Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah.
That's totally fine. But now we have this realistic lighting in the game for Crysis 2 and Crysis 3 Remastered, and I think that people will like it very much. And then also, as you can see here in the list, yes, the cube map reflections, the materials and textures. So we had a big list. Okay, this texture is used 1,000 times, and then on bottom, of course, this texture is used once, right? And then we said, okay, let's tackle the first 500 first, and that was totally enough to cover basically the whole game, to make sure that all the textures resolution are higher. We've added new textures into the game. It looks better. It looks more modern. This is what you would expect from a remastered.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. That's really great to hear, and I'm
And
sure our fans are really happy to hear this as well.
Correct.
You know?
We have touch weapons, we have touch vehicles, we have touch characters. So everything you have also directly in your screen. The nanosuit, the weapon, which is 1/3 of the screen all the time, is improved. Then every time if you see an AI, it's improved. So yeah, but we will switch to the PC version very soon.
Yeah.
You can see also then the changes.
Yeah, I think I'm looking forward to switching over because we've left it at a really, really good spot to kind of show off exactly how good like the reflections and everything like that on water look. And I'm just kind of like, oh, everyone's gonna love this. So, but yeah, so we're gonna be jumping over to that in a second. Any last points you'd like to cover here before we jump over to the gameplay? And you can show us exactly how it's played and how it's done.
No,
you know?
I think we can just switch.
Okay.
And people can enjoy what we have here.
Cool. So we will go here and we will bring up the game here so that Steffen can play. And I need to make sure I don't touch the mouse. So let's go through the options we've picked first off before we start showing off the beauty of this. What have we got set up so far?
Of course, what we have seen a lot from the people is, hey, please give us a field of view slider.
Yes, I even saw this coming up in the chat over the last few minutes. So everybody asking for an FOV slider. There you are. PC with Crysis 2 will have an FOV slider.
Yeah. Also many people asking. I've seen it also on consoles, right? So just to give you also some background, if you have a wider field of the screen, it means also it affects performance because you need to load in more textures, more stuff is happening. So we need to be careful here, but we will look into this. If also we have seen the comments from you, also from console players, we're trying to add this maybe in the future. I'm not promising it here, but we will try it.
Of course, we can never really promise anything like this this early in the game, but obviously it is something that we are going to continue to look at and continue to try and improve upon.
Sound options are clear.
Yeah. Let me just bring up the sound so that there's actually people can hear what.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right.
It's all fine
good.
now.
Good. Okay. Now you need
click
to
back into it. Yeah, sorry, we'll get you. We'll get the hang of this. So this is the current settings we're using. So we're on borderless so that we can use OBS and everything like that at the same time.
Yeah.
VSync enabled and playing at 1440p.
Correct. Yeah. And also very important to notice here, camera motion blur scaler.
Okay.
Yeah, that means if you are running and everything around looks a little bit blurry, you can adjust it now.
Okay.
There was a feedback from Digital Foundry.
Oh really?
And they would like to add it.
Okay.
And we did it, and I think it's very good, and I'm very happy that we did it.
Yeah, no, that's great. I mean, the Digital Foundry guys are always really good at giving us some input when they get their hands on it.
They gave us a lot of feedback. Yes, that's correct.
So yeah, I mean, me personally, I'm a motion blur off kind of guy. You know, I like being able to just see everything and it not be blurry. But we know that there are many out there that do like that ability to actually to not only just change it on and off, but be able to scale it properly as
Absolutely
well.
correct. Yeah.
Good on the Digital Foundry guys for bringing that to our attention.
I mean, from object to texture, the original it looks same like the original one.
Yeah.
But behind it, we have a lot of new technologies, right?
Right.
For example, in post processing, you have screen space reflections behind it.
Yeah.
It means in very high you have screen space reflections, which we then disable in low or medium settings, for example. And of course, you have ray tracing quality and DSS mode. We have also here. Wait, I can show you. Oh.
In the way, the awesome scene I'm telling everybody about already.
So here.
So you can change quality. So we're off balanced performance and quality,
correct,
ultra performance as well.
Yeah. Brightness settings, right, and controls. standard
Keyboard, mouse
ones. Yeah, I
controls,
mean we also supporting the controllers.
Yes.
If you would like to, today we also play with the controller. One of the reasons is because
Yeah, so basically the keyboard is quite loud.
Yeah, correct.
And everything was being detected by the mic whenever a single key was being pressed while we'd be talking. So I kind of felt for a much better audio experience, we'd stick with the controller this time around.
Correct.
But we can assure you this is on PC. You wouldn't see half of the options that are there, such as the field of view, if we were on console.
Yeah.
So rest assured, it is definitely on PC right now. So, but so Stefan, I mean, is there anything else through here you want to show people?
No, I
We
would
covered
say
most.
let's start. We can maybe talk already about the first scene.
Yeah.
So people can see it here directly. Your ray tracing reflections here.
Yeah.
So you can see on the left, for example, the light, which is flickering right, also in the puddle below, and then on the right you're seeing,
I mean, you can see the flicker, the green security sign in the background as well. I mean, this is like, and reflecting in the pool. It's just spot on. It's
Correct, yeah.
perfect. Like it looks beautiful. And I mean, like again, I always say like the original Crysis game looked beautiful anyway. So I mean, now we've got
Diesel section, what the hell do you think you're doing?
even more so.
This is Jacob Hargreave.
mean-
I order you to cease fire.
And some in the chat agree. You know, it is
You
very,
fools!
very
The
beautiful.
soup,
Thank you very much.
fools! You
yeah,
destroyed
especially
our
also,
only
I mean,
hope.
this level here is called
Cease
Internally
fire
Flooded Streets. It has a lot of nice ray tracing effects laid in this area here, which I would, of course, would like to show to the people.
Yes, of course.
That's one of the reasons why we have choose also this level, because we also want to see the improvements on the PC version. We have already shown a lot for the console version.
Yeah.
And I think the people are interested now in what are the differences between console and PC.
Yeah, that makes sense. But leading on to the fact oops, okay. So leading on to the fact we actually picked the level today, I think you wanted to mention something about that. With the fact that it was Sivas.
Oh yeah, okay. Sure. So let's pause for a second maybe then.
Yeah.
Okay,
Go
okay,
ahead.
just for a second before we proceed. So, people are already asking, hey, can we get access to Sivas, which was not part of the original Crysis?
Right.
Right, and now it's possible. So we have here in the console, I hope everyone can see it.
Hang on,
We
let
have
me
this-
just move us out of the way ever so slightly for a moment. People
Okay.
can bring up
Okay,
the
then,
whole console.
yep, I think you need then to go back to the game. Clicking in.
Sorry.
Yep, so we have here this con-restricted 0. So once you disabling con-restricted on 0, you have basically access to all Sivas in the game. There are maybe people who wants to play with ray tracing settings, who wants to learn more about technologies and playing around. Here you have it, right? So it's just, we really looked into all the feedback from you from Crysis 1 Remastered and also collected all the feedback we have received over the last months for Crysis 2 and Crysis 3 Remastered. And we are trying to put everything now in for the release already for you, that you have everything on this 0. And yes, so that's something for the PC community. You have access to the consoles, play with it if you want. You can do whatever you want, and
Yeah.
it's a gift for PC community, of course.
Yes,
yeah.
definitely. I mean, the PC players are always, in every game I've ever worked on, they're always like, can we get Sivas? Can we have the ability to do this? You know, so being able to bring this as well, like we've actually, that has been requested from the community for a while, especially after Crysis Remastered 1. It's really, really awesome. So, you know, once people can get their hands on it, I'm sure they're going to be able to create some awesome scenes. Just have a lot of fun with it.
Correct.
So hopefully now, while Stefan's playing through, he's not going to play himself up this time.
Yeah.
You know, we can tone down the difficulty if you
No,
need to.
no,
So it was fine. Sorry.
Oh no! You moved the mouse.
So yeah, I want to move the camera back because we're right in the middle of the screen, so if you want to pause it for just a split second.
Sure.
So sorry about that.
No problem.
Totally was not trying to sabotage your gameplay.
So game audio is a little bit too high. They've
A little
mentioned.
bit too high.
You can maybe tune it down a little bit.
Yeah. So camera might be a little off there because I'm looking on a much smaller screen. That looks okay to me. Put up, and there you go.
Yep.
Let us know if the audio is a little bit better there, folks.
Pause again.
Yeah, for 1 second. Sorry, dude. Closing things down on me. So
All right.
yeah. Okay, so that's a bit better apparently. Now people can hear us again. So
Okay, that's good.
sorry about that, chat. Thank you very much for the heads up on that.
Yes, I also want to show something else which people don't expect.
Okay.
So what? Second here and another one. Let's see. Look, you can see yourself.
Oh wow.
Yeah, you have reflection here.
Oh nice.
I mean, also if you move things around here, right, like boxes and everything else, it would be reflected dynamic here in the reflection. But that is not static.
Yeah.
Everything you're changing here in this area here will also reflect it directly here in
Wow.
the reflection.
Okay,
Yeah.
that is pretty cool.
Yeah.
That is pretty awesome now. And of course, we just alert everyone from security. There's no fun really otherwise. And you see yourselves in a puddle as well. The puddle's on the ground.
Yes.
Yes.
You can also see yourself in car reflections, in puddles. So that is you would expect from ray tracing, right?
So we've had some whoever's I believe it's Ukku who's on the Crysis account says he's reporting the stream if he doesn't see pro FPS level of gameplay coming out of Steffen. So
He'll be disappointed. It's here. I mean, he can already see the reflection from here, from up, right, from the
yeah.
upper area.
well, you could if they weren't shooting it at you, but
Correct,
yes, you,
yeah.
I see your point.
So yeah, you can see the reflection here on the ground, and especially also here in this area, for example, you can see all the reflections here. Yeah, I mean it's.
Beautiful.
I mean that's the benefits. It's not only this level. I mean in this area of the game you can see it very often. That's the reason why I'm showcasing this to you.
Yeah.
But you have this kind of reflection and quality through the whole game.
Yeah.
You know, also especially now in the next area, which I can show you. In the corridor, it's looking very great.
Yeah,
Let's see if we can see some
so
comments while we are on the.
A couple of questions there.
Yeah.
So we're currently using a 3080 in this stream PC here, and we're currently running it at 1440p with everything on very high. The highest, I believe, the highest setting, very high settings.
It's the highest settings,
Yeah.
which you can get, yeah.
So, so yes, we have everything on. I believe we have DLSS set to quality as well. So yeah, we have a pretty beastly machine here because we want to be able to show it off as in all its glory. Really, is the only way to put it.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's for some of the questions that are going on there.
I mean,
The requirements I believe are going to come out when the game launched. They're going to be available through the Epic Games Store page,
Yep.
as far as I'm aware.
correct. I've seen a lot of comments again. Hey, why we cannot pre-order? So you cannot pre-order digitally.
Yeah.
You can only buy it directly when it comes out on Friday. Yeah, but if you want to buy it already, you can buy the retail version if you
Yes.
want,
Yes.
which is available on GameStop, Amazon, and all the other websites. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And the price for PC release I just seen, yeah, it's for the trilogy is $49.99.
That's euro.
Yeah, euro, correct. That means you're getting 3 games for around 50
For
euro.
50 euros. That's
Yeah.
not a bad price, really, to be
Correct,
honest
yeah.
with you. Can't complain with that.
I mean, also stuff like this. I mean, if you play around, I don't know, you see the reflection here, right? Now you're going back. You can see yourself here in the reflection.
That's just
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah. I mean, I just made sure, especially for Crysis 2 Remastered, it is skin reflection looking very good and also smooth. So I guess people will like that very
Yeah.
much. Yeah. Yeah, this is the first thing I want to show you. So maybe we can go for more questions at the second, and I will load another level in this
Yeah,
time.
sure.
Okay.
Well, we'll have to get you to load the level first.
Yep.
And then now I will stand in front of the windows in the city and watch myself all day long.
Yeah.
So you've just opened up a lot of possibilities for people to try and probably get some pretty awesome screenshots and captures out of that stuff as well.
Correct. Yeah.
So what level are we bringing up now?
Alien Vessel.
Alien Vessel.
Yeah.
Okay, nice.
It's I mean, you're starting. I don't want to spoil something. So it's the 3rd level of the game.
All right.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's the 3rd level, yeah. And yes, you can also see, I mean, the textures are very high, but you don't have any fancy SSDs here in that PC. It's just a normal SSD and it's loading very fast. Not like the people thinking, oh, that must be the
top
super
range.
highest
Yeah.
M2 SSD right on the market. No, it was, I don't know, I think loading time was around 5 or 6 seconds.
Something like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
it's
that's
pretty
it,
good.
yeah.
So I've somebody there, and I've asked you this before myself as well, because you were someone that's worked on the game since the original, if I remember correctly.
Correct, yeah.
How fun has it been working on it? How much have you enjoyed doing this all over again?
I mean, especially for me, I mean, maybe people are not aware of this. I mean, I'm now already almost 15 years here at Crytek.
Wow,
And
old school.
it feels like the Crytek is in my, Crysis in my blood, right? Because I tested the game for Crysis 1, 2, and 3 the original ones So it's more like also a passion.
Yeah.
So I can see the game every day, and it's the reason why I love Crysis every day. And so yeah, I'm just happy to work on the on this product with the team together. They're doing all amazing job at Crytek and at Saber, and that's everything I would like to say about
Yeah,
this.
I mean, I think I said it before as well, that like out of everyone I know that's a huge fan of Crysis, you're probably one of the biggest ones I have and that I've known. So the chance, like the fact that you've gotten to be project lead on this as well, it just must be an absolutely awesome feeling to be able to be a part of it again. You know, I mean, even for me, just working on the community management side of this, I mean, I remember back in the day of when Crysis 3 came out, I did help with the support side of things back when I back with EA, but now having this opportunity to actually work on the trilogy and get to see the reaction to the remaster has just been an absolute dream come true for me. You know,
Awesome,
so it's been amazing, and I can't wait to see for everybody like on all platforms to get your hands on it, because, well, I mean, look at this, it's beautiful. It's absolutely insane.
I mean, also here, for example, it's Taxi. You can see it here, right?
How nice.
You can see the reflections and the weapon here, yeah.
I mean, there's the weapon skin model, someone saying look absolutely awesome at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, we have improved also, as I mentioned already in the stream, we have improved all the weapons. They're looking very sharp, more modern, which what I mentioned, which you would expect from a remaster game.
So are the cutscenes, so someone has a question there about the cutscenes using a set FOV, or are they affected by the FOV you choose in the menu?
In-game cutscenes should be affected by FOV, of course,
be, okay.
because they are triggered in the engine inside the game. But if you're talking about this normal cinematics, which are played as a video, that's just videos. You cannot extend a final video, right?
Right.
Yeah. So that's the,
Cool.
I mean, especially in this area, I want to showcase you the new light settings. If you compare it also with the original Crysis 2 Remastered, it looks really greenish, bluish. But if you look into this now, it looks really more modern, right? And also from the light settings, more realistic. And that was one of our goal for the
2 and 3 for the
for
rest
the
of the
remasters,
remaster.
correct? Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, I just want to show one more level, which calls Times Square, because I think people will like very much. Because I mean, Times Square is then of course known for billboards, right?
Yes.
Reflective stuff.
Yes.
And looks really cool in the environment we have created with Crysis 2 Remastered, especially with the lighting settings. And this I want to show you as well. And yeah, and then we can go through the comments again.
Yeah.
And answer some questions for the people, of course.
Yeah, of course. So someone like this little things there is
I mean, just a second, you can see the reflecting here, and AI, and also he's moving.
Oh yeah.
In a puddle, for example. Yeah.
I have to say, no matter how many times I see this, I still am just like, well, this is incredible. I can't believe that we've managed to do it this well. Well, I mean, I should believe it because we've got an awesome team, you know, and we've got working with Saber has been absolutely incredible as well, you know. But just to see it in action every time and kind of go, yeah, we did this, you know, it's really, really awesome. So guys, for any questions about anything other than Crysis Remastered 2 or 3, we won't really have any answers or anything like that for you. I guess you'll just have to see what the future holds for anything else. A couple of people asking for like avatars and PlayStation themes and everything like that. It's something we can probably look into later down the line, but with launch, I'm not sure if that we're going to have anything immediately coming with it. But it's definitely, we do generally tend to look out for that with anything we release on consoles. If we can do so, we will do so. It just might not be right away.
Correct, yeah. Yeah, I mean, if people are not aware of the Crysis games, you can kick all the stuff, you can grab all the stuff.
Yes. Yes, especially in the first one, you can pick up lots of different animals dotted around the island. Which, I can't be honest with you, whenever I play Crysis Remastered 1, I keep getting distracted by doing that and just picking up all the animals, running them around to safety.
I mean, for example, here this Times Square view from here, for example. I like all the billboards in the background, and we've also worked on this.
And to see with all of that in there and how stable the frame rate is. I mean,
I mean, at the
there's
moment
a lot going on.
Yeah, at the moment we're playing at locked 60 FPS, so I have seen some questions in the comments. It's 60 FPS locked. And yeah, I mean, as I mentioned already at the beginning, especially with DSS in place, yeah, you can also play the high cards, of course, in 4K, for example.
Yeah, of course.
So it's also possible with the highest settings.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to seeing what my 2080 Ti can do with this. So I imagine it will be
Check it out.
quite good. with people, some guys asking for Crysis merch. Guys, actually, one thing I can tell you is we're definitely going to have more Crysis merch coming. I have no details on exactly when, but once we've gotten the launch down, I'm sure we'll probably have a couple of t-shirts and a couple of hoodies and stuff like that coming. So keep an eye out on the Crysis channel, or the Crytek and Crysis channels, so over on Facebook. Just do a search for Crytek, Crysis. Same on actually pretty much everywhere, every platform. And whenever we have new sales going on with our shirts or new releases, we always post it on there first. So if you're interested in getting more stuff, then keep an eye out there. Yep.
Would also mention, I mean, especially here, the lighting effects, the reflections. I mean, we have so many puddles in Crysis 2 Remastered, and we have so many buildings and windows in the game. It was a challenge for us to work on ray tracing, because we also need to make sure that you can still play the game right in its performance. So yeah, I mean, as I mentioned, the game was made originally for ray tracing, but of course back in the days we hadn't this technology.
Yes.
But now we have ray tracing in the technology, and then also getting support of screenshot reflections, which is also looking very nice in the game. And with these two technologies combined, we're getting this very nice look of the game.
I mean, it speaks for itself really with everything we have switched on here. Like we've had people saying like the aliens look much better and much more realistic, which is, you know, exactly the kind of feedback you want to hear.
Yeah.
Just from somebody, they're saying that it's ultra. The highest preset is very high in the options.
Correct. Yeah.
Correct.
I mean, also here in the weapons you can see the reflection at the moment, right here.
Yeah.
You can see that from the billboards.
From the billboard.
Yes.
Yeah, that is incredible.
Yeah. It's really cool.
Yeah, realistic aliens. I mean, you know what they mean by realistic. It's, you know, just looks more awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, and also one of the enemies you have here in the game are, we call them pingers.
Okay.
And these are beasts. And I can just show you for a second how the pinger looks. It's really amazing. But I think after that, people should experience the game.
Yeah.
On Friday.
Yes,
right?
on Friday.
Yes.
Friday the 15th, so still only a little less than 2 days at this point. But, you know, just to be on the safe side, 2 days. The countdown is on. And yeah, I mean, for me, I know us and the team, we're very, the communication side, we're very excited to get this out. And we're going to have another stream again on Friday. We're going to show off some Switch for Crysis 3 and some PC for Crysis 3. So yeah, so I'm looking forward to that. I'm not so much looking forward to playing on the Switch because I suck with the controller. But aside from that, you know, so and as well on the stream on Friday, we'll probably most likely be doing a bunch of giveaways. So you have to make sure you stop by for that. So what's the last thing you wanted to show us? The pinger, was that correct?
Yeah, I already showed it.
It
was already a pinger. Yeah, it's really a powerful enemy and it's very fun to fight against him.
Yeah.
And he's very strong, so I think also people will have fun with that. I just see maybe some people were coming late, but these are the graphic options in the game. And can just take a look here for a second, and also then here in the graphics, we are making sure they have the camera motion blur scale. And also then, very important, people ask for this, the field of view scaler, right, which you can then scale if you want.
So someone did ask a while ago, this field of view max that we have the setting there is 55, is that correct?
Correct, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Yep, so I would say maybe we can go into some questions.
Yeah, so somebody asking just quickly, is there going to be any future updates for patches for the Crysis 1 Remastered? I know we're going back a little bit, but I think you and I actually spoke about this maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago, and we said that the focus is going to be on getting 2 and 3 out in the trilogy and getting any updates that need to be done on them. Yeah. And then we'll be looking at more performance optimizations around GPU and CPU performance later down the line, once the trilogy as a whole is far more established and out there. I believe that's what we were
talking about. It's very important that so we're releasing now the game on Friday. I'm sure we get feedback, positive, maybe also some negatives, right?
Of course.
Then we're sitting together on Monday and Tuesday. Hey, what could we improve? Then we have a very good team, so we could react with a patch very quickly after the release, of course. And then also we're shifting then resources internally to maybe the Crysis 1 Remastered, on PC, and working also further on a patch. But let's see, now it's the release on Friday. Let's see how the people will like it over the weekend.
Yeah.
And then next week we're sitting together internally and discussing the next steps.
Yeah, I think it's good that you guys it's going out on a Friday because it gives people the whole weekend to just jump into
Sure.
it, people asking about an FOV slider on console, I don't believe that is the case. I think we answered that earlier on as well.
Yep.
Yeah, so
Should I answer it again?
yes, do, if you would, just to explain,
Yep.
because we have a reason as to
So
why.
yeah, so give you some background information. If you increase the FOV slider, the games, I mean, you see more in the screen, right? That means you need more performance in the game. And since we want to make sure that you're getting 60 FPS all the time for next gen consoles, for example, to change the FOV slider, that's possible, like here for the PC version, but it would affect the performance. So I'm not saying we won't do it in the future, or I'm not saying we will edit in the future, but we will look into it. But we have to check the performance of the game for the consoles, if that is possible. But that is the background information you need to understand why it's not that easy to add an FOV slider for the consoles.
Okay, that makes sense. Thank you very much for that detail. So, all right, now just going to scroll back through some of the questions, see if we've got anything there. How complicated was implementing ray tracing over the two games? I mean, ray tracing is a big deal. So, I mean, just, quick brief of, it was crazy or something.
It was really crazy.
Yeah.
Had an interview with Digital Foundry was I think in June or July, and I mentioned one of our mistakes from Crysis 1 Remastered was that we implement ray tracing very late to development. Right, and that really was slowed down our development for other stuff because we have worked heavily on performance issues, especially on consoles, and of course also on PC. But now we have find a solution that and also back in the days, we need to change all the art objects, right? They need to be reflected, need to be adjusted, everything in Crysis 1 Remastered. But now we have found a solution to, thanks also to Vladimir. He's our render engineer. And he was working on the ray tracing technology for Crysis 2 and Crysis Remastered and still working. Thanks, Vlad, for this.
We love you, dude.
Yeah. So we made a solution now that you implementing the technology and you have directly out of the box everything, every material will be adjusted automatically. And that was the goal, and we made it. And because of this, we were able to make it to Crysis 2 and 3 Remastered in time for the release and not for a patch. And the same goes also for DSS. We had some great help there for DSS. Also thanks to Juha. Big thanks for him. He worked very hard on DSS implementation, which is working very super now for Crysis 2 and Crysis 3 Remastered. And people will enjoy it. Also on release date, not on a patch. Everything will be ready on release date.
Awesome. So yeah, so I see a lot of people asking about soundtracks. We may see if we can do something like that again a bit later down the line. Someone does keep asking about the editor. Is that the Sivas editor that we have?
No, I think they mean the CryEngine editor.
CryEngine editor, right.
I mean, also here it's difficult just to release an editor.
Yeah.
I mean, you need to make sure first that it's we use the editor for development and also only for some areas. And now, if you would, for example, release an editor, we need to make sure that everything is working, the whole editor.
Right.
And also, we made very hard modifications of the engine because yes, we have started on CryEngine 3.6 and 3.8 stuff. But we have implemented a lot of latest CryEngine features into the engine. We've implemented new features into the engine. So it's really a Frankenstein CryEngine built now. And to release this, it's not made for public also. It's for development only and only for this project since it's heavily modified. So there won't be an editor for Crysis 2 and Crysis 3 Remastered.
Okay, yeah, that's fair enough. So one thing I haven't really seen it as just yet, but I have a feeling it might come up. Windows 11 is out around the corner. How are we holding up with Crysis on Windows 11? How are we looking?
Yeah, so of course our QA is already checking it on Windows 11. You don't have any issues yet.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's good. I mean, I've seen some games have some issues here and there. Luckily at the moment we didn't see any issues for Windows 11. So in case you have Windows 11 and you're concerned about Crysis, at the moment it looks good. But if you have Windows 11 and a problem, please let us know. We will take a look into this and we'll fix it.
Yeah, cool. All right, that sounds good. So Okay, this is an interesting one. I guess it's probably not an easy question to answer, but which would you say was probably one of the hardest platforms to develop for? I mean, or were they all really kind of along the same
I mean, of
lines,
course,
especially
now,
with the
yeah,
technology and
I mean,
everything?
I think now at the end with ray tracing, DSS included, of course, it's PC.
Hmm.
But what Saber, I mean, for all the people, Crytek and Saber Interactive worked together on the project. But what Saber did for the Switch version and also on PlayStation, Xbox version, and also in terms of performance improvements, CPU, GPU improvements, and all the work there, it's really amazing.
Yeah.
So the game is looking so good on consoles, really, and you're getting a high amount of resolution and frame rate all the time in the game. It's super stable. So yeah, big thanks for this. But yeah, consoles to bring console in that kind of quality, and then now at the end also the PC version that kind of
Yeah.
quality with ray tracing DSS.
Overall,
Overall,
it's just been pretty damn crazy.
Yeah,
So,
it's yep.
but it's been awesome to do it, and I think for me personally, one of the what I love the fact is that we, and I keep saying this, is that we brought it out on Switch as well. You know, Switch is not really one of those consoles that is like synonymous with first-person shooters, though. So to
Yeah.
be able to basically bring something that back in the day would never have been able to achieve something like this, and here we are now, and you get a docked mode 900p.
Yeah, I
30
mean,
FPS
I mean,
on
especially
Switch.
already played Crysis Remastered on my Switch at home, especially on the new OLED released, the
Yes,
new OLED
the
Switch,
OLED
which was
one, yeah.
released last week or this week. It looks really amazing. Crysis Remastered, also Crysis 1 Remastered. It looks so good on
It
this new
does.
screen.
Yeah.
So if you have OLED screen and maybe thinking about to buy a Crysis Remastered for the Switch 2 or only on Switch, I can just recommend it because it looks really good on a new screen as well.
Yeah. Awesome. So yeah, I just see one of our moderators there on Twitch was linking our Discord. So like as we said, the Crysis Remastered Trilogy is coming out on the 15th, which is this Friday. If you happen to encounter any issues, you can jump into the official Discord. Like I said, it's in the Twitch chat. Hopefully the guys that are monitoring the chats can link it also on the others. And yeah, just make sure you jump in there, give us your feedback, make sure, you know, if there's any problems at all, you can reach out to us, and we'll be keeping a close eye on there and Reddit and all the usual places to where people tend to go to talk about the Crysis Remastered stuff. So for say we do about another 5-10 minutes of running through one of the earlier levels, and then we can leave it at that and come back for more in-depth gameplay over on Friday.
Sure.
Yep. So if you want to, we'll jump back in. You can pick the.
Let's just check. Ready, Pack 1. But I mean, it's too much spoiler. Maybe you can just cut the cutscene now for the people outside. Is that
Yeah.
possible? And just waiting 2 minutes, and then we going back.
Possibly, yes. We can definitely do that. If I go to here, actually, I'll bring this up again so that we can,
Okay.
so everyone can have a listen. And let me just mute here,
Yeah.
just so no one can hear what's going on. So we'll let it skip past again. And like, just to go back through what we were saying a while ago, or what we were sharing a while ago. Sorry, I need to open up the chat again just to make sure it's up to date there. And yeah, so I hope no one can hear that in the background. No, it seems that no one can hear this, so we don't want to spoil anything for you guys. So, but still, you know, we kind of want to show you just a few more minutes of gameplay.
Yeah. So also I see from Yasin, finally please show us some water reflections. Also water reflections looking super great. We have planar reflections included. We have, I mean,
Yes.
the ray tracing stuff combined, and especially not only in Crysis 2, also in Crysis 3. Then I mean the canyon level, for example, or the swamp level is looking super great with screen-based reflections and ray tracing.
Yeah.
It looks so good. You see all the alien drone is flying with the red eye, and you see in the reflection in the water the red line
That's nice.
everywhere, and the grass are reflecting, the aliens are reflecting all the effects. So it feels so good, and it's so different compared to the original Crysis, and I think people will like it.
So
Let's see if we
going
have
through there. Something I saw a second ago and I missed it.
Maybe we can scroll up for a
yeah.
sec.
Wait for a second.
Yeah, sure.
Ah, yes, the language selection. That was something else actually we mentioned just before the stream, about the fact that there is actually.
Yeah, we can go back to the game now.
Yes.
It's over.
Right, whoops. This and go to here.
Yep.
Back again. So the language selection, just quickly, I think we saw, you showed me something a little while ago.
Yes, correct. So let me just check.
On the main menu.
The main menu, correct. Yeah.
Okay, so on the main menu there is an option to change the
Yeah,
language.
in the main menu, if you go into game options between crosshair and subtitles, you have the chance to exchange the language directly on the fly. You don't need to restart the game, and we just automatically load the new language then. Yeah,
Awesome.
Yeah, that's good. But yeah, especially in that scene, resolution, textures, everything, new textures, the swoggy improvements, right? You don't have these dark corners. You have this super nice light everywhere. The bouncing, the light bouncing in the corners and stuff like this. So it looks super amazing. Maybe I also can show you here for a second. You see the reflection here. For example, if you're picking this up here.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then here, where you can see it already. It's.
Yeah, okay, so you just broke it instead.
Yeah,
but,
wait, maybe I can pick up this here, and as we try, you can see here in the light source here that see it, it's reflecting here. Back,
that's really cool.
Yeah.
I see someone asking again, probably a bit late. Sammy, yes, there will be an FOV slider, at least on PC anyway.
Yeah. You also hear the reflections, right? I mean, and so you can also see yourself here.
1 second there. I've pause it for a sec.
Yeah, sure.
Because I forgot to turn the sound back on.
Oh.
Because I'm an idiot. So.
Yeah. But not our sound, it's only game sound, right?
Only the game sound.
Okay, so people.
So people can still hear us. And I mean, sure, like, there's nothing wrong with just listening to us, but when we're showing the gameplay on,
I mean, also for even the computer or the sheet here, or all the signs we have here in the game, everything was remade with new textures, and that's also the reason why, for example, Crysis 2 Remastered, I don't know the size of the original game, I think it's around 10 or 11 gigabyte, but this game is now 55 gigabyte Crysis 2 on PC.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially why you're asking why we have now this big amount of size in the game, it's basically because of textures.
Yes.
Yeah.
Listen to me. I don't know if you can hear this, but they're coming for you. You have to
Maybe people are
find
also
those
interested
Marines.
here into the scene here. Thanks you, Danilo. The game is old and has better quality. Thank you for the comments.
Thank you very much.
We appreciate it. Thank you.
We really do appreciate it. And of course, as well, even if your comments aren't positive, we appreciate that as well, because that's the kind of stuff that will help us to ensure that we can, do our best with this once we go after the release. So yeah, someone's saying the original Crysis is 12 gigabytes originally. So
thank you very much, Neo Aliens.
Neo-Aliens,
yeah, so I was close with 11, 12 gigabyte.
Yeah.
I was close. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Does it have RTX? Yes, awesome cloud. RTX is included. We have software ray tracing, hardware ray tracing. It means if you have an RTX card, you have hardware ray tracing enabled automatically, and it means you're getting a lot of more performance in the game. And as I mentioned, especially then with DSS options in the game, you're getting a high amount of FPS then.
So I keep seeing it pop up about real-time ray tracing. I'm assuming it's in the game.
Yeah, it's in the game. Yeah.
Yes, of course. See Stefan just showing us his pro skills around the first level. so Utku will be happy that you've been able to show us your pro skills on 3 different levels now.
Yeah.
So
I have also seen comments why we have reduced the depth of field, for example, for longer distance. I mean, I know that, for example, in original Crysis, we tried to hide some, let's say, problems. And that's the reason, for example, if you look into this building or the building behind that, it was very blurred out with depth of field, right? But now, since we have fixed a lot of post-processing issues, we were also able to have unlimited view in the game. And look, you have a clear skyline now.
Yeah.
Which is right there.
So yeah, I see a couple of people asking when is it out. It'll be out actually in 2 days' time. So it releases 2 and 3 in the trilogy release on Epic Games Store on the 15th. Yeah, I mean, I'm agreeing with a bunch of people in the chat. They're saying it does look absolutely amazing. So the whole game's going to be actually on Switch release or need to download. I mean, it's a digital release on the 15th. So I believe you can buy physical copies as well.
Already,
Already,
already.
yes. So, you know, you do
Besides
have
of
the
PC.
option. Besides on PC, yes. So for the consoles, you do have the option. But I mean, once it releases on the 15th, yes, you will obviously have to download it.
Maybe I think for the end, it's really cool to show. I mean, here again with Swogi, you have so many nice effects. But I think for the end of the screen, I really want to show you something nice. That you see in yourself when you are in the tent here. There's an area with a tent, and if you're entering this tent, you see yourself in the reflection. It looks really cool. Maybe just give me a minute to be there, and then I think
Have to get here. I don't know how long I can hold out.
I've seen a lot of the improvements for the PC version. As I mentioned, we don't want to spoil you that much.
No, we definitely don't want to. We want if you haven't played this at all in the past, we definitely don't want to just completely ruin it for you.
Correct.
So
I mean, many people, especially younger people, I would say, they only know the game because of the meme, right? Can it run Crysis?
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
the only. That's the thing. Maybe they know of the game, but they're never maybe played the game. And that's the reason why it's important that we don't spoiler you, because I'm pretty sure that we have many new players also. For the Crysis Remastered series.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah.
And we definitely don't want to ruin the stories for those people. Sorry. All over the place.
Correct, yeah. Alright, so here's the area. I just want to show you. I love Swogi and ray tracing.
All over the place. I've got to bail.
And now,
Meet you back at the lab.
here.
Hurry.
Hello?
Oh, hello.
And now, yeah, it looks really cool.
That is really awesome.
Especially now with the effects in the background. Yeah.
Yeah, that's really awesome.
Yeah, it is.
So for everyone asking, so the stutters are actually maybe due to just the internet connection quality, so it keeps kind of spiking a little bit. I've noticed every now and again, so I'm blaming OBS for that. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it for today. Like I said, we're gonna have another stream on Friday. I don't believe you're with us on Friday, so
yeah, Friday's
busy day for you.
Busy day because we released the game.
Yeah, so before we do our launch party here in the office, we'll be doing a stream. Like I said, I'll hopefully be showing some Crysis 3 on the Switch and on the PC, because we know many of you have been waiting to see Crysis 3 on the PC. So it'll just be myself and probably one of the other community managers on Friday, like I said, having a bit of a celebration while, you know, launching the game and giving you guys a look at the first couple of levels, you know. So again, I think you said it was $49.99. It's going to be in euros on the Epic Games Store
trilogy
for the full trilogy pack. And the requirements and everything like that will be available on the Epic Games Store when the game is out. So, Steffen, thank you very much for your company today. Thank you very much for explaining everything that needs to be, that everyone needs to know. And yeah, we'll see you again, I'm sure, at some point in a couple of weeks when we have some updates coming out after we've launched the game.
Absolutely.
So to everybody else, I want to thank you all for stopping by today. It has been absolutely fantastic to have you all with us today. For anyone here that was here at EGX last week, if we did get to meet up, it was also great to meet you as well. But yeah, we're going to leave it at that for today. So I'm going to play the trailer one last time. So just guys, it's the PlayStation 3 versus the PlayStation 5 comparison trailer, just because I love showing that one off in particular, because we, you know, back in the day, PlayStation 3 really did struggle. Yeah, we're going to go play that, and then we'll see you again on Friday.
Thanks everyone.
Thanks very much.
And enjoy on Friday.
Have a beautiful day.